Hello again, witchy people. Another update. I have just come back from the doctors, and it's good and bad. It's good that although I've got a bit of a cold, my asthma's under control, my diabetes is under control. I'm not on any medication for my diabetes whatsoever. However, I stepped onto the scales and I have gained a lot more weight than I originally thought. We are talking 5.5 stone, which is, let me figure this out, 77 pounds. Now that's bearing in mind that I think I've lost a couple of pounds over the past week. So I've gained an awful lot more. So over the past few months, I have gained 77 pounds. Probably closer to 80. I probably gained about 80 pounds. So the hard work really does begin. That was a bit of a kick up the backside, actually. So we are going, well, I am going to really try and sort myself out. More updates. The reading on Sunday, I did briefly mention it when I did, I can't remember, a video recently. It might have been YouTube challenge or something. Anyway, I did a reading for somebody on Sunday, and it was the first one I've done for quite a while, actually. We're talking years rather than weeks or months. And what I decided to do was not do any practice readings at all. I held my cards, I sort of like had felt them and sort of like got the energy back there, and then sort of like dived dived straight into it when the querent, the person asking the questions, the questioner, came in, and I think it went quite well. Whether the questioner thinks the same or not, I don't know. I haven't heard any negative feedback from it. She did try to pay me, and as always, right from the very start, the first thing I said was there are a few basic ground rules. Number one, I don't accept payment at all. Number two, I don't hold back on bad news, because if you don't know about the bad news, you can't do anything about it, you know. And the thing is, when you're doing a bit of cartomancy, sort of reading people's cards, there's no point just saying, oh, this is all sweet and light and this is all lovely, and all, because then what's the point of reading someone's cards? You have to give the bad news as well as the good news. But here's the strange thing. Like I said, I'm not mentioning any names, I'm not telling you anything specific. All I will say was this was the most amazing, positive lay of cards that I have ever seen. Even when there were sort of like bad things going on, as everyone does, everything was surrounded by really positive outcomes and good things. And I think part of it was the person who I did the reading for was quite an amazing person. They had a really, definitely a positive outlook on life, but also a realistic outlook on life. Yeah, but anyway, that was that. I don't think there's anything else to say other than, oh my gosh, did I really put on that much weight? And I'm angry at myself. I am really, really angry. All the hard work that I've done over the past few years, I've undone in a matter of weeks, really. You know, just a few months, very few months. So there we go. No more chocolate bars for me. I have been quite good. I haven't had too much chocolate, to be honest. And you know, I am trying to. I'm trying to. Okay, here's the problem. I have a lot of intolerances. I cannot eat meat or fish or any products relating to meat or fish. So I can't have anything with gelatine in it, for instance. I have an intolerance, not an allergy, but an intolerance to nuts, dairy, gluten, And this is how I think I lost weight in the first place, because all I was eating was salad. Um, and I got to the point where I think I was really sort of, a bit of cheese isn't going to hurt me. It does hurt me, but I had it anyway. And things like that, I'm going to have a sandwich. Actually, I'll have 2 sandwiches. No, I think I'll have 3 sandwiches. And this is, I think, where my problem, and I got lazy because of the problems that I had with my brain and the blackouts and everything. I stopped going out because I really can't go out alone anyway. And that was my main form of exercise, and I didn't replace it with anything that I could do indoors, which I'm hoping to change now. So there we go. That is my sad little update. And I may actually get round to finally doing the Haunted Cha-Cha Archives last few. I think they're up there somewhere. I've put them in a box tidily away because like I said, this room now, it's been tidied, but it's not tidy. It is organised chaos. That's kind of the best way I work, actually. Yeah, so I have done, as per requested by, I think it was someone called Laura sent me a message. Laura, something like that. I'm sorry, I'll have to look it up. And requested a quick tour of my house. Like I said, it's not a witchy house. Because I think I'm not, okay, being a witch isn't a religion or anything to me. It is simply a way of life. It's what I do, and I encompass that into my life. It's part of who I am. So I don't have anything outwardly witchy, because everything is witchy. Being a hedge witch, you use everything. Everything becomes a tool. Everything becomes, part of your witchiness. So you don't tend to have a lot of witchy stuff. Okay, I have a herb cabinet, but then, so do a million other people. So I did do a recording. It's incredibly boring. Like I said, I have a very, very boring house. I have a very tiny, boring house. A messy, tiny, boring house. It's but it is there. And if anyone else that asks, I will say, I'll put the video out there. But, do you really want to see my house? Do you want to see the rest of this room? It's an 8-foot by 9-foot room. It's tiddly tiny, and a third, no, maybe a third, slightly less, maybe a quarter to a third of the floor space is taken up by a huge box in the corner, and it's that way. Because the stairs go down underneath here, and obviously that's the ceiling to the stairs. So you have this big cutout, this huge box over there that takes up all the floor space. Because this is basically, it's a tiny room. My poor son, it was his room when he lived here. I'm really rambling on again, aren't I? But anyway, that's it. I won't put up the video unless someone says, "Yeah, go on, show it off. Let's have a look at your house." Like I said, it's boring. It's not very witchy at all. I mean, I have an altar. It's covered. I have a cloak that's hung up. I have a staff. I have witchy books. They're all in the dining room. Everything is in my dining room. And that's it. I mean, I run my Etsy store from home, obviously. So an awful lot of what's in this room, which is my craft room, is for my Etsy store. There's lots of packages and boxes and, like I said, organised chaos. So that's it. That's my little vlog update, which isn't such a little vlog update anymore. I will obviously keep going with this change of lifestyle. It's a diet. Oh, it's such a horrible word. All these things you think of. I'm sure there was something else that I was going to talk about, and I can't remember what it was, which is why I'm rambling. Anyway, Oh yes, Etsy store. I finally got my first spell kits into my Etsy store, and I think I'm doing a pretty good deal. It's a little spell in a box, and I've tried to explain it is based on hedge witchery rather than Wicca. So you get the actual spell and everything you need to do the spell twice. And inside the little box, and for that I thought £5. It was 5.80. I think, yeah, 5.80. I think I'm charging for it. It cost me about, like, for the box and the ink and everything, the paper and everything that's in there. It cost me about, I think it cost me about £4.95. So 95 pence I'm charging for the time it's taking me to write it out and think about it and sort it all out and get everything right. And yeah, and put it together. So I think that's quite a fair price. And I have looked sort of like through Etsy to see the prices that other people are selling, and like I said, I think I'm hugely competitive in my pricing. And I have a sale on again for my wands. I have got to get rid of some of these wands because I need the space for the apothecary boxes. I think I've got about 20 that I have to sort out. So that's it. That's my updates. Oh, I'm feeling so old. Old and fat is what I'm feeling right now. So yeah, I am going to do something about that. I can't do anything about the old. Though the way I see it, if I can lose a bit of weight, I'll be able to sort of like hopefully take my grandchildren out, and the trouble is I lose weight and life gets expensive because it's like I can go out, I'm going to go shopping. And can't reward myself with food, so I reward myself with something else, which tends to be a lot more expensive. But there we go. I'm going to shut up now. Thank you for watching, witchy people. And if you do want to see my house, like I said, boring, tiny house with one sort of witchy room at the whole lot, put it in the description box. Not description, leave me a message, leave me a comment, and just say yeah. And if I get 3 comments, I will post it. There you go. And don't forget, I'm getting really close to that 50 subscribers giveaway, which is the divination box. It's got all sorts in there. It's got a little mini crystal ball, well, glass ball, mini tarot cards. It's got all sorts in there. So I think I've got 44 subscribers, so it's slowly creeping up there. Like I said, the second that hits 50, everyone's name will go in a box. My daughter will pick it out, or my dog will sniff one out. Maybe I'll let the cat have a little play with little bits of paper and see what happens. And that will be done. I'm also going to start the fairy tale divination cards. They're like tarot cards. They're not tarot cards, they are divination cards. They're fortune cards, the fairy tale ones. I have managed to get hold of a few sets, which I'm going to sell at an incredibly low price. So basically I'm going to sell them for much the same as what I paid for them, plus my postage to send them wherever they're going to go. But I do have a set, so I just caught my bracelet on my skirt. I do have a set to give away, and I have some books to give away. So I really have rabbled on. I am so sorry. I am going now. Don't forget, subscribe if you want to. After the giveaway, if you're only subscribing for the giveaway, fair enough. You can desubscribe afterwards, unsubscribe afterwards, and I don't mind. People got to do what they got to do to get their freebies. Okay, thank you for watching, witchy people, and I will be back very soon, as you know, because this is a bit of an addiction. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now.